So the guesstimate is pretty simple. Estimate the fertilizer consumption, and we'll just discuss the approach of this instead of doing the numbers. How would you go about solving a problem like this? So estimate the amount spent by households on fertilizers consumed in whatever Guntur, Meerut, Nagpur district in India. Now the district really does not matter. A lot of times people feel that when the concept is alien, when the context is alien, they have to worry about it. No. If you are given Guntur and you have no idea about the Guntur district, you can ask questions about what is it all about, where is it, and all of those questions. So if I have to get this problem solved, my go-to way, I'll again do all of these questions. Typically in a guesstimate, some of the earlier steps are not so relevant or lesser amount of time. Step number 4 becomes really, really important, taking time to think. And then step number 5, scoping out the problem, giving and having an opening strategy. Because you really have to figure out, there could be multiple ways of solving a guesstimate problem. You have to figure out a way which is the fastest for you. And I would say with the least amount of assumptions. And then it's rest of it, proceed with a framework, provide a conclusion. And then what you can do is do some sort of sanity check, which is when you get a final answer, try to see whether that number makes sense to you according to some intuitive sense. Okay. Here, for this case, given just an approach, what I'll do is I will just tell you how I would structure the problem. And then different aspects of the problem could be driven by the interview. So if I have to understand amount of money spent by households on fertilizer consumption in Guntur, Meerut, or whatever district in India, I will start at the very beginning. I again will make a formula. My left hand side is a dollar value because I'm talking about money. So I'll keep looking at what are the units in which I'm solving this problem. So I know that I'm not missing out on any parameter. If my units on left hand side and right hand side don't match out, then I'm making a problem. I'll start with, let's say, and I'm taking a very, very broad approach. Area of Guntur, or let's say the area of the district, into percentage cropped area. So I know I'm in meter square, something which is unitless. Now I'll have some over amount of area. Now I know that sometimes you have more than one crop per season. Okay. Or you could have, let's say, cropped area, and that under which how much amount is actively used. How much amount of that essentially has fertilizer usage. Okay. So some of it might be under organic farming. Okay. And this is really the test here. How rigorous you are in terms of the number of parameters that you think. Now, honestly speaking, the percentage of fertilizers, that the amount of area which has fertilizers on it, was not a parameter which came to me when I started writing this equation. But what I'm doing is I'm just trying to see it from top down to keep going down below. And once I have area, then I have cropped area, then not all of it will be used. So I used percentage actively used. Not all of it will have fertilizers. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So the factors are coming to me as I'm building the problem. So it's a good idea sometimes then to actually, when you come up with the entire list, to check with the interviewer if you've covered everything or not. Okay. So percentage which use fertilizers. Okay. Now you can have, let's say, number of cropping seasons that you have. So now you have some area. Okay. Now you could use a cropping intensity, how many crops you have. Okay. So number of crops per season. I know that you will need to have number of seasons. So we are just dealing with numbers right now. Okay. I've not yet moved. I'm still at meter square. All of these are unitless quantities. So overall area, number of crops per season into number of seasons. Now, once I have a crop, I can know average amount of fertilizer used per meter square. This would be kg, let us say, and then price of fertilizer. But my answer is not enough. This would be the market price. And here is where the creativity, the presence of mind comes in. When I use a dollar value, this might be the fertilizer price in the market. But if I'm using amount of money paid by individuals or households, then fertilizer in India is sometimes subsidized. Now, I don't know the extent of it, but what I would do is I will use an average here per kg, and I would mention to the interviewer I'm taking care of subsidies here as well. Okay. So this would be my entire formula. And now what I'll do is I'll have a discussion with the interviewer and keep coming to individual aspects. Now let me just pick out a couple before we close the case. Let's say, how do I figure out the area of a district? Well, I can figure out the area of the country. How do I do that? Well, India is roughly a rhombus. Okay. I can figure out, so I know that the area of a rhombus is half into the diagonal product. Okay. It's fine if you don't know it, assume it to be a square, do some random things. The idea is to have this idea. Take it two triangles if you don't remember the rhombus formula. And how do you get the length of the diagonals? Well, you can assume that a flight from North India to South India takes 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. Roughly a flight travels at about 600 kilometers per hour. So we are talking about roughly 2000, or let's say, to be honest, 2500 kilometers. Same way we have a left to right, again 2500, and we multiply by half. We roughly get 3 million square kilometers. And then let's say we have to figure out how many districts are there. I know that there are 700. If I had to use a proxy, well, the one that I came up with was, hey, we pick like 100 IS officers in a year. So that's one data point I was comfortable with. It has to be few times of that. It cannot be less than that. It cannot be 10,000, because if I'm taking only 100 IS officers per year, and only every district requires a district magistrate only some, and they spend a few years. So probably I'm talking a few X of 100. So that could be one way. That's what I'm saying, that in these cases, you have to come up with proxies to come up with your answer. And let's say the answer is 700 roughly. So I'm talking about roughly 4,000 square kilometer of area of this particular district. Now, percentage cropped area, again, a number which is much more difficult to find. You could typically say that, you could have some numbers to work. I know that typically forests are about 20-30% of the country, and population centers are much more dense. So I would assume this to be above 50%, less than 80%. Okay. You will, at all of these numbers, when you are getting an answer, you will have to discuss this with the interviewer. So I'll probably go into the details of the district. What kind of a district is this? Is it a very urbanized district? Is it not an urbanized district? If I'm doing this for Delhi, the number will be much lower. Okay. So I hope you get a sense of the discussion. With now every data point, I have to pin down a number from left to right. And finally, when I multiply everything, I will have my answer. So I'll figure out what the percentage cropped area is. Out of that, what is the actively used percentage? Maybe 80%, maybe 90%. I will have to understand what kind of an area this is. Is it a denuded area? Is it a greenish area? That will change my number. What is the fertilizer usage? Is this area known for organic cropping? What is general affluence level of farmers? You might figure out that, okay, farmers are very rich, they might be using more fertilizers. So you will have to figure out what are the discussion points around which your answer will be built. Same number of crops per season will depend upon whether it's a rain-fed area, whether it's a canal-fed area. Number of crops changes, number of season, which part of India are we talking about? Having a discussion with the interviewer. So I hope that completely helps, that overall understanding that how much of this is driven by the interviewer interview discussion. And sometimes you have to use your own creativity to come up with an answer. Okay. So you'll multiply all of this and you get a dollar value, and that will be your answer. So this is how you will solve a case like this. I hope this gives you a certain sense of how to solve a guesstimate like that.